Hi everyone, and welcome to the Computer Doctor Show, mobile edition. I haven't been making a video for a little while because I just got signed on to KVOI 1030 The Voice, so you can listen to me on that station Saturday mornings live at 2 p.m. right after CBS News. So I'm going to try to continue to make these types of videos in the meantime. So I thought I would talk to you a little bit about computer speed, and what had made me think about doing this episode was a buddy of mine had called, and him and his wife have two computers, and they wanted to see about getting making one fast computer. So his computer was fast and her computer is slow. So he asked me if I could take the processor out of his computer and put it into her computer to try to make it go faster. Okay? So, is that possible to do? Well, yes, in a very, very marginal way. So, by the way, there are lots of ways to speed up a computer. So I told him he should explore these other areas if he's trying to speed up the computer. Also, swapping a processor is way more difficult than just moving information over. If you're in their circumstance, if they have two computers that one is fast and one is slow, it's easier to move the data over to the faster computer, and then she can just work from that computer because it's already running fast. Maybe he has better hardware. I didn't even look at the laptops. But it's easier to do that than start swapping anything outside of a hard drive or RAM. A hard drive and RAM are pretty much, for the most part, interchangeable between laptops. Once you start getting into processors, those are a little bit more specific because you have to match sockets. There's a ton of research that you have to do. Plus there's the complication of drivers that need to be installed on the thing. So swapping out or trying to find a faster processor is usually not a viable option. So it's usually not a viable option, for that. So I would recommend, in situations like that, if you feel that it's the processor that is holding you back speed-wise on the computer, you're better off looking for a whole nother computer or upgrading your entire laptop. Because once you upgrade the processor, there's all kinds of little things that you're probably not going to be anticipating. Every time that I have always upgraded a processor, theoretically it should work, but it always seems that there's some little technical problem in the background that would cause it not to work. And I end up doing more and more research and expounding more and more time and aggravation into trying to make it work. Then it would have been easier for me to just spend the extra money and just buy something else and have all of my files and programs transferred into this other computer. Okay? So it's not as straightforward as you may think. By the way, I do have a podcast it's actually an old podcast that I believe I still have on YouTube somewhere. It's under the Technology Frustration and Gimmicks Show. It was a podcast that I did a few years ago. If you look that up, I did an entire series, about a 10-episode series, on 101 ways of how to speed up your computer. And a lot of these ways are ways that nobody else has anywhere on the internet, at least that I was able to find. So make sure you look that up. That's the Technology Frustrations and Gimmicks Show. And it's still, I believe it's still on one of my websites out there. I'll probably have to get those websites going up again. But I'm also very happy to be on the 1030 The Voice AM radio station. So I'm happy that that's going on. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen after that? Thank you very much, guys. Computer Doctor of Tucson show, Computer Doctor show, mobile edition. Thank you. We'll see you next time.